Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast where leaders, entrepreneurs, men and women learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. Folks, I'm J.R. Hendrick. Jamie here's been feeling kind of flat today, so he's asked me to take over. Tell you the truth, I might take over the next couple of days for him. You didn't think you'd ever hear from me again. Well, you ain't got no choice. You're stuck with me at least for today. Now, Empower Your Pattern, he's going to double the podcast tomorrow, but I feel like this is kind of necessary. This episode is called episode 149. Do you feel stuck in life? Let me tell you something. I've been where Jimmy is. I was 32 years old, working for my daddy's company. I was 2 years fresh out of law school, working for the law firm that represented Daddy and working for Daddy's firm. And finally I turned to my daddy. I said, I've had it. He said, boy, what's wrong with you? I said, well, I've been doing things for your company since I graduated for over 2 years now. It's going to be 3. I said, I think it's time for a change. He said, why, boy, what's wrong? You got everything you need. I said, no. I'm not happy. I'm working the company, I'm cleaning the family's messes, and I've had it. Well, what are you going to do, boy? I said, well, Daddy, I'm applying to teach law at Texas Tech. That's right, I'm going back up to Lubbock. Suppose you need a place to stay, then I'll give you the keys to the condo. He gets angry and says, there goes mine and your mama's weekend visits. So that's what happened in August of 2003. Around the time Jimmy moved to Lubbock to go to graduate school, I moved to Lubbock to teach law. Now I'm not saying the move is a good idea. I know that a lot of things have been going on since COVID. Some of y'all are midlife crisis. I'll be honest with you. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. And so I think the best thing we can do is bring back somebody who I see as expert and success coach. Take it away, Terri Seville-Foy.
You usually see me on the set for the podcast, and I'm in bright, sometimes frilly clothes, lots of jewelry, and long eyelashes. Okay, maybe I still have my lashes on. But the truth is, I'm most comfortable in my jogging suit, my hair in a ponytail, at home. But here's what I've discovered. As long as I'm comfortable, I'm not growing. And when you stop growing, you start dying. Now, I didn't mean to sound so negative right at the beginning, but I want to help you today get unstuck and start getting a vision to improve your life. I'm Terri Seville-Foy, your cheerleader of dreams, and I'm back in the studio getting comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, people always talk about being the best version of you or being your best self. Well, I found out that only happens when you push yourself outside your comfort zone. You know, you've heard the expression that life begins at the end of your comfort zone, right? Well, for 11 years of my life, I was on autopilot and nothing was changing. I'd fallen into a rut without even realizing it. I literally did the same routine day after day, and I like to say I cared more about watching other people live their dreams, watching TV, than go after my own. I'd stop working out, I ate junk food daily, I didn't save any money, I charged things I wanted on credit cards, never read a book after college, didn't listen to anything that would help me grow. I only listened to the radio in the mornings, while getting ready and driving to work, and I had no written goals or dreams for my future. Does any of this sound familiar to you?
I hate to be all up in your face right there, but if you're an online business owner,
why did he stupid YouTube ads interrupt what you're doing.
Well, unfortunately, sometimes it takes hitting an all-time low or rock bottom to get a wake-up call to change. And that happened to me when my husband and I separated, and I just found myself wondering what I was doing with my life. Turns out, it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me because it forced me to take a hard look at everything, my health and fitness, my money or lack of it, my debts, my house, my career, my goals, everything. And I started challenging myself with a few monthly challenges that over time transformed my entire life. And I don't say that lightly. Now let me ask you real quick. When was the last time you challenged yourself and did something outside your comfort zone? Like when was the last time you tried something new, ventured out, and just experimented with some new habits? Now, I'm not talking about New Year's goals that typically don't work. I'm talking about pushing yourself to commit to one 30-day challenge where you do something, one activity, for 1 month straight without skipping a day. Do you think you can do it? Of course you can. Anybody can do something consistently for 30 days. You can do it. But I'm telling you, the benefits are enormous. Now, let me tell you why it's so important that you continually challenge yourself. Here are 5 reasons you must do this year. Oh, and real quick, would you do a favor for me? Would you just take 1 second and just push the little arrow that says subscribe? Now, this truly lets me know that you want me to continue providing these videos, and I want to make sure that I'm providing content that inspires you to live your dream.
So you want a challenge? Alright. How about this? I'm going to challenge Jimmy here to do the same thing. How about the routine of a student? A student of your own personal development. In the middle of your work and career, and this crazy, negative, distractive, reactive culture that we live in, let me tell you something. Don't they just make you mad? Technology don't always working right. You're feeling stuck. Time like you feel like no one cares. No one cares about your dreams. Everybody's got a way to put their own 2 cents in, but nobody listens. Well, that's when you listen to yourself. You listen to your heart. Alright? Now I know what it's like to feel stuck. No doubt I know what it's like to feel stuck. And you listen to me, you can beat it. If feeling stuck, you might think that that's all there is. There's nothing you can do. Wrong. Listen to me. Listen to me and listen to me good. That's kind of like how people might say if they're stuck financially. You remember that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki? How, in the way that's called the rat race? Well, there's also a psychological rat race, and it can eat you. It can eat you unless you find some ways to challenge yourself. Grow in your personal life and your faith. Because I'll tell you something, that rat race, it can sure eat you if you're not careful. You feel like this world can beat you, but it can't if you don't let it. Don't let it. See, that's the problem with our society. It wants to just tear you down. You're a dreamer. You're lonely and you're a dreamer and you think no one understands. That's when you need to get around other dreamers. Make a change. Let me tell you something. Nothing will change unless you change. And I know what it's like You're pressing in. You're trying to make the most of your dreams. Be the best who you are. You're pressing in hard. And you think, well, it ain't gonna work. No matter what I do, it ain't gonna work. Well, if I were you, keep pressing in. I know it sounds hard. I know it seems like you come close. You think that you're going to succeed, and then you don't. And then you just want to give it up and say, well, I keep on trying. But you got to keep on trying, my friends. Because let me tell you something. This world will beat you in the knees and keep you there. You let it. You see something you want, folks, you go after it, alright? Don't just listen to what the dang herd tells you to do. So listen to what the herd tells you to do, but you're going to be in a rut. Alright? It's kind of like my mama and Jimmy's mama said the same thing. If someone told you to go jump off a cliff, would you go jump off a cliff? No, I don't think so. But that's the thing, that's the idiocy of the society that wants you to follow the herd. See, groupthink, herdthink is not a way to enrich your lives. And you know it. You're born for more, you're born to do more, you're born to be more, and you dang well know it. But yet our society wants you to just continually react. Just continually react, or you're missing out. I realize how that may feel. Deep down, right? You think you're gonna win, and sometimes you don't. It's the nature of life. People, they get stuck in life, they get lost in life, and they think, well, that's all there is. Ain't nothing to do. I think Jimmy's ready to come out. Yes, I am ready to come out. There is something that I learned through the Landmark Forum called Is Reality. Alright? And this ain't no, Bill Clinton. Well, that depends on what the meaning of the word is. No, I'm not talking about that silliness, okay? What I'm talking about is this. People saying, and that's the way it is, and give it up. That's just, that's silliness. That's conventional wisdom. That is also what's known as rats in maze thinking. Okay, it's a concept I haven't introduced to Strenuous Life Radio, but I think I'm ready to introduce it. It's called rats in maze thinking. That's where ruts come from. Okay, that's where ruts come from. Is rats in maze thinking. Now I know that sounds kind of crazy. I know it sounds like, Jamie, come on, you're nuts. You're not thinking this straight. You're being crazy. Rats in maze thinking? Rats in maze thinking? What in the world? What's up with you? You talking about rats in maze thinking? Well, to tell you the truth, whether we want to admit it or not, if you lose track of your dreams, if you think, well, nobody cares and nobody listens, so I'll just follow this little rut, why should I care anymore? Don't be like that. Okay? It's easy to want to fall in a rut and feel like nobody cares. I know that's gotta hurt. Because I felt it. And I realize, it's Sunday and I should be talking about the things of the Lord in the way I am. Realize this. All these things are meant to give you experience and are for your good. Now I know that sounds kind of crazy, like this is nuts. Nobody's gonna understand me.